Well, there's certainly a lot of critics. I mean, many of them were out in force outside the church on Sunday, and they say they're going to be there every Sunday looking for what they say justice for Mica. So, for those who are critical of him, what do you make of the answer that he gave regarding why he was wearing Mica's actual necklace that was on her body when she was discovered?
Well, I think that a lot of people are going to be critical of him to begin with. I mean, even he knows I'm critical of him. But people have been really wondering about that necklace. And I think it is another piece of the puzzle that people were wondering about. And now you have an answer, at least his version of that answer. He says that he got it, as you heard him say, after she had passed. He got it from the hospital and said that he wanted to wear it to be close to her. Um, I don't know. We could take that at face value. I've heard that some people online, other people think that it could be a little bit more than that. It could be, a trophy of some kind. Again, this is a guy who has kind of been very quiet. You have a lot of police reports about him, a lot of things coming out about him, and it's really kind of hard to pinpoint him because there's just so much about him to even try to venture that guess.
Well, we certainly welcome him to come on this program and give his reasonings for all of the behavior, the unusual behavior, and some of the things that have been reported about him that have been disturbing. The GPS tracker, the topless photos, when he was seen on videotape tracking his wife to the gas station. I want to ask you one last question, Justin. The divorce and estate case, it looks here like it's due in family court on Wednesday. Did he make any comments about that in your interview with him?
He didn't make any comments about that, not even alluded to it. He answered a couple questions from viewers, talked about some tattoos, answered a couple questions, and he was only on there for about 15 or so minutes. But I've also been talking to Mica's family, so I know that there's stuff going on, and they're prepping for that trial that's coming up. And going back to what you said a second ago, so he is still messaging me, still texting me, and I told him tonight that I would encourage him, if he really wants to put his story out there, to come on your show, that you would give him a neutral platform to be able to share it. And if he wants his story out there and wants people to stop, and basically to clarify and have people stop spreading rumors, what he perceives to be rumors, then that's what he's going to need to do, whether he wants to or not.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.